Video, I'm basically going to give my opinion on what the best finish from each UFC champion is. And I'm not going to include Pantoja in this video because I don't really like watch him like that. And I can't remember any finishes he has. Like, I know he probably has some submissions, but I can't remember them. But let's get right into it. For bantamweight, the champion Sean O'Malley, and I have his finish over Aljamain Sterling when he TKO'd him to win the title. And by the way, I'm only including UFC finishes in this, like nothing in other organizations. But this win was just really clean. I know it wasn't I know some people say it was an early stoppage. It definitely wasn't. But just when Aljamain Sterling was as he's walking forward, he just clips him with a right hand and drops him, and then just hits him with a bunch of punches. It was just really clean. It wasn't an early stoppage at all. I know it wasn't a knockout, but still, just a really good way to win the belt. For Ilia Topuria, I have when he knocked out Volkanovski. I know Volkanovski was just coming off a knockout loss to Islam 4 months before that, but still, Volkanovski had never lost at featherweight in the UFC before. He was just dominating everyone, and this knockout was just so clean. The way Volk folded. And he was actually put to sleep in this. He was literally asleep after this knockout. So, just really clean. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one. I think for Islam Makhachev, it's when he submitted Charles Oliveira. You could also do when he knocked out Volkanovski. But the thing with the Volkanovski one was, first it was on short notice. And just Volkanovski was I don't know, I just didn't want to put that one instead. This one was really clean because Charles Oliveira was coming off he was on a 12 fight win streak, just finishing all his opponents. It seemed like no one could beat him. And then Islam dominates the first round. And then in the second round, Charles goes for a flying knee. As soon as he goes for that flying knee, Islam clips him and drops him. And when he gets dropped in every fight, Charles gets dropped in every fight. But none of his opponents actually tried to wrestle with him. Islam was the only one that actually went down and tried to wrestle with him. So as soon as he drops him, he goes down and goes for the choke and submits him. And I think Charles tapped 13 times after that. And yeah, just submitted the best finisher in UFC history. Definitely one of my favorite submissions. And yeah. For Leon Edwards, it has to be when he knocked out Kamaru Usman. Because, even other than this, he really doesn't have any finishes. But this is, one of the best UFC knockouts of all time. The way he was, losing that entire fight, just getting dominated. And then in the last minute of the last round, he knocks him out. And the knockout was, really good. He feints. I think he, feinted a right hand. And as soon as, Usman goes to dodge it, he goes for that kick and just slapped him. Usman had never been knocked out, or I don't think he'd even been dropped at that point. No one ever dropped him. So it was really and if Usman would have won, if he won that fight, he would have broke the record for the longest winning streak in the UFC. So it was just insane. And yeah, let's go on to the next one. For Dricus du Plessis, I have when he TKO'd Robert Whittaker. In my opinion, though, Dricus du Plessis is not even that good, but I really like this TKO. I remember I watched this, I was just so surprised that he beat him. I did not think Robert Whittaker would lose to Dricus, especially in the way he did, which is when he got dominated. But yeah, this fight got him the title shot. And yeah, there's just not much to say about this. I don't think Dricus really has any knockouts where he just slapped his opponent. His striking is really sloppy, so I don't know. For Alex Pereira, I put Sean Strickland when he knocked him out. You could have put the Israel Adesanya TKO, but in my opinion, it wasn't even that good because he had Izzy hurt from a leg kick, and Izzy was visibly hurt, and he was hitting him with punches with clean left hooks, and none of them were even dropping him, which everyone talks about how good Izzy's left hook was. Alex Pereira was hitting him with left hooks and right hooks repeatedly over and over, and none of them even dropped Izzy. Sean Strickland could drop Izzy, but Pereira couldn't. So, I mean, it was just like a stoppage because like the punches and stuff. It was still like a good win because he came back after losing the whole fight, but still. And this one, he knocked out Sean Strickland like really, really early. He almost like slept him. He hit him with like a left hook, and Sean Strickland, as he was getting back up, he hit him with another punch, and like he was just really dizzy after this punch. You could see him like losing his balance as he was trying to get up. And like I'm definitely not gonna put the Yuri Prohaska TKO because that was such a bad stoppage. I think Yuri would have definitely survived that round if the ref didn't stop it that early. There was like another 30 or 40 seconds left in the round too. I don't know. I feel like it was just such a bad stoppage. It just hit him. Like, he barely even knocked him down. He was getting back up. I don't know. He could have definitely survived that round. And for John Jones, I have when he submitted Lyoto Machida. I think it's probably the best submission in UFC history. I don't remember if he like won his title off this fight or if it was his first title defense. I'm pretty sure it was his first title defense, but yeah, just like the way he had him in a chokehold for like a bit, and then he lets go of him, and as soon as he does, his whole body just flops over, and like he's completely asleep. Yeah, he could like actually hurt him if it like went on for longer, but probably the best UFC submission of all time. And yeah, let me know what you guys think.